विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि. Okay, so I welcome you all with my humbleness and respects. Let us get into the subject. So, my name is Shri, and we are discussing satsang about solutions for life. First, understanding how our mind works. Then, how to drop our mind. Then, what is happening in our body. Now, body, mind, consciousness, everything is connected with each other. Somebody is, don't unmute. Okay, I'll mute every participant.
Recording in progress.
Okay. So, we are speaking about how we have 7 energy centers in our body. We have lots of them, but 7 major centers, energy centers. And we were also speaking about how instinct, intellect, and intuition works. So all this is done in previous sessions. So now let us start seeing how to handle our emotions and become a watcher for our lives. How to center ourselves well inside us and function in the periphery in an undisturbed fashion. Please understand, we should be centered inside. At the same time, in the periphery, we should function without getting disturbed. We will see how to create a mental setup which is free from engraved memories. See, understand, these engraved memories are responsible for our unconscious decision making. So now we should understand how to harness the energy of intuition inside us. Naturally, we have to move from unconscious zone to conscious zone, and from conscious zone to superconscious zone. See, understand, all Swamiji's programs are what? They are breakthrough from conscious to superconscious. How to move from instinct to intellect to intuition. How to bring forth the fountain of bliss from inside of us. How to unlock it. Understand? So I said I will discuss about it today. So let us see. First, we will talk about love energy. Okay? You have to be a source of love energy. Be a source of love energy. So, many of us wants attention, always. When we were children, parents' attention. When we are in the school, teachers' attention. When we go little, College level, we want our principal, our dean, their attention. Then boys, girls' attention in the youth. Then spouse attention. Then children attention. Then daughter-in-law, son-in-law, that attention, everything. It goes on and on and on. Finally, when we leave all this and come to a guru, we want guru's attention. Isn't it? We'll feel very bad if our guru is saying hi to our co-disciple, but not to us. We'll feel very bad, isn't it? Right? So, we want always attention, attention, attention. By mistake, if Swamiji, if any guru takes some disciple's name, that's it, over. We go into depression. Hurray, I'm sitting right in front of him. He's not taking our name. Am I on the right path? Hey, do you think my intensity reduced? Oh, my bhakti reduced. Oh, no. I don't even know what's bhakti. Something happened to me. Maybe I'm filled with karmas and sins. That's why he's not taking my name. What not? Am I right? What is attention need? So before we move into subject of love, let us see what is meant by the word attention need. Whatever we do, whatever we think, we are subconsciously seeking concurrence and approval from the people around us in some subtle way. I'll just give you an example. Today, I went to a designer. She stitched something for me. Okay. We both decided we should not have some thread. We should not have. It will look smart. Something like that. But by the time I went there, she put it. And actually, it was very cute, very nice, very beautiful. But this lady did not approve of it. I liked it very much actually, but I didn't say anything because previously itself we decided it shouldn't be there, right? So anyhow, she was telling, front of me, she cut off the thread or string, something. Then I came back, while coming back, then suddenly it clicked to me. See, even that small thing, why did I give in? Understand? Why did I give in? Somewhere I have the idea that that person is designer. Somewhere we have an inner image, oh, I'm not a designer. Maybe she knows better. So whatever she approved, I went by it. In the car, it clicked to me. See what I did? I went with somebody's approval. More than the voice which is telling from inside me what I like and what is good and what is nice. Please understand, this is the smallest thing in our life. I'm just very petty thing, isn't it? Whatever I'm mentioning is a very petty thing. But our indecisiveness, our attention need, everything, it starts from petty things. See, I don't need any attention from her, but somewhere I was waiting for her approval, isn't it? I felt whatever she approved is better, isn't it? Day-to-day life, if you observe, why I'm giving you as this example, because it just now happened. And I had a deep contemplation about it. See, understand, how many of us are contemplating about such minute things? We are so unconscious. We do it. We later regret it. But still we are unconscious what we are doing. Fortunately, maybe because of these classes, I'm also learning something. The moment I sat in the car itself, I realized the mistake what I made, how unconsciously I'm behaving, how I waited for somebody's approval. See, it's a it's in a very minutest level, first 1% level, but still we are operating in that unconscious level. Understand? So every moment, life shows us in many incidents with many people, but we take decisions unconsciously. Not only that, we never even look in what we did. Understand? So understand, even for a cup of tea, we wait for an approval from the other person. No, really. You don't know every single day how many hundreds of things we do like this. I pointed this out, even though it's such a small thing. Why I pointed it? In such subtle things also, we are unconscious so subtly. See, something which is very physical and showing outside, it's easy for us to drop, isn't it? But these subtle things we never even observe. That's what I'm trying to tell you here. We never even observe. We always wait for approval from the people around us in some subtle way. We are very keen that we should earn a good name from everyone. We may not do this in a very obvious fashion, but if you analyze deeply, you will not be at ease without the appreciation and endorsement of the people around you. This endorsement, this approval is what we call attention need. By the way, how many of you did yesterday's exercise? Don't think I forgot. Yesterday I gave an exercise. Wow. Rangarao garu did. Who else did? Oh, Lalatakshananda and Yoga Swarupinima. Okay, very good. Antriksh. Anna. Wow. Who else? Ramani garu. Okay. Kamlakar garu. Em meer cheyaleda? Kamlakar Reddy garu. Okay. Mauli, just because you are coordinating all this and you are going live, that this and that does not mean you won't follow the class also. This class is for you also, not only to help me. You are here not only to help me, but you should also do all this. Okay. Great. So did you feel, any of you will share, after you, did you continuously for 23 hours, were you aware at least once, on and off in between? I know continuously you can't remember, but on and off, could you remember? And when you followed, what is the result? That's what I want to know. Any one of you, can you share? If you have done sincerely, 23 hours, on and off, same, in between we'll forget, but still, there will be a major result. Tell me, anybody, what did you experience? I want to know. Somebody share. Somebody who had an experience, share it to me. Whether in your day-to-day life, even in the way you're doing things, the way you're working, or somebody who really doesn't like you. Suddenly some change is there. Or every day you're not able to get up from the bed, but suddenly you felt you are getting up very nicely. Something. Hansa, tell me.
Nithyananda.
Yes.
I was doing this as much as I could consciously. And then this morning I woke up to meditate, and I could feel like a relief come out of something, and I could I had a better understanding of really what my son's going through and what my husband was also feeling.
Correct.
So it was a different thing, very different, but it felt a sigh of relief.
A sigh of relief.
Some sort of emotion came out. And that's what I felt, because I'm also trying to heal my body because I've gone through an operation and I'm getting a rash, and I'm trying to constantly say, it's getting better. I feel it, so I'm trying, but the doubt kicks in. That's the only thing. But I did sense some relief this morning, about 6 a.m.
So you felt like a load left you. You felt like a load left you. Am I right?
Yes.
Wow. Yes. Just see this. 23 hours just on and off, remembering and doing itself. If it can do this, you just imagine whole life what we did. Hours, days, months, years. What did we do? Oh my God. So continue this using positive words. Anyway, this is not about positive class or positive energy, no. But I'm talking about in a spiritual level, okay? Anyhow, okay. Now, 80% of our problems is due to this asking for attention or approval. If you just sit and write down in a day, how many things you do to get a good name, to maintain your reputation in family and society, you will see. Today, you please sit and write 5 minutes, okay? Because see, workshop means I'll make you sit here half an hour and I'll make you do. But because our class is only 1 hour, I'm not making you do the physical exercise. After the class is done, sit for 10 minutes and do it. Okay? This is the exercise. Sit down and write down in a day how many things consciously or unconsciously you do to get a good name, to maintain your reputation in family and society, whether in front of your children, front of your spouse, front of your parents, front of your, brothers, sisters, or front of outsiders, whatever it may be. Understand? Write it down, okay, after the session is over. Now, you'll find out that all the 24 hours, all your lifetime, you are involved in getting approval from others. All your life. You may be a big scientist. You may be a big doctor. You may be a big lawyer. Or you can be only a homemaker. It doesn't matter. You will see. All your lifetime, you are involved in getting approval from others. All your life, you are on a signature campaign, getting approval signature from family and society. In a big register, you make a column, good father. And for everything that you do for your children, you expect their signature of approval under that column. If you want, you see. Then you go to your wife, or to your boss, or to your friends. Prepare columns in the register, in your paper, with suitable headings like good husband, good employee, good friend, good father. And wait for them to sign under it. Of course, all these people also come to you for your signature. Means even they want approval from you for their things. You want approval for your things. They want approval from you for their things. You too need to sign on their registers under the columns applicable to you. So understand, Why do we bother so much about others? Opinions about us? Why? If just now, if I ask you to go and enrich, go outside and enrich, talk about Swamiji, you know what you will tell me? Ma, I think because of all this, it's getting difficult to speak to people. I don't know what they're thinking about me. Talking is only free of cost. All we need to do is talk. That's all. What they think, what do we bother? You understand? Means somewhere we are scared of our image. You're understanding? Maybe they won't approve. You guys won't believe, with perfect strangers who heard all this nonsense scandals and everything, when I speak to them, first time a conversation, never I got a negative comment. I'm telling you. I never had a negative result. It's very easy to speak to people. Not at all difficult. The moment you know what you're doing is the truth, and when you are not waiting for others' approval and signature, when you just like that speak the truth with confidence, you will never get a negative result. If you get a negative result, that means they don't deserve it. That's all. It's nothing to do with you. So why do we bother so much about others' opinion about us? Why can't we judge ourselves by our own strength and continue to do our work? Why are we deriving strength from others? All this is because of two things. One, we don't know anything about ourselves. Why? We don't know anything about ourselves. We know ourselves only through others' opinions of us, only through others' certificates of us. First thing. Second thing, when others give us their approval and attention, they are actually giving us energy to move on. Because attention is energy. That is why we feel so boosted when they give us attention. Please understand, whether anger, whether attention, whether lust, anything is energy. Attention in any form is all right for us. In most of the houses, the mother-in-law and daughter-in-law will be constantly fighting with each other. They'll be constantly complaining about each other to the poor man in the house. But for a few days, if one of them goes out of town, what happens? The other one will start missing them. Although they are fighting all the time, they miss each other when they are not together. Why does this happen? This is a very common story in India, okay? When they fight with each other all the time, they are actually getting that much of attention upon themselves from the other person. Even to fight with you, I need to give you attention, isn't it? Right? So don't think that only positive attention is energizing. Any form of attention is energizing. Both the mother-in-law and daughter-in-law subconsciously enjoy the attention that they get from the other when they fight. That is why they miss each other. They actually miss the attention. But when they start missing each other, they feel it is love. Uh-oh. When they really start missing each other, they term it as love. They say that they miss each other because of love. Of course, it may be true, but I want you to understand that attention is nothing but energy, which keeps us in good spirits. It is a subtle form of energizing ourselves. And we are not even aware of this. When we need something, that something is not love, it is attention. Please understand clearly. When we need something, that something is actually not love, it is attention. You don't need love. You are love yourself. So when you say that you need love, when you say that you need to be loved, you are really in need of attention, not love. People always say their sons and daughters don't love them enough in their old age. You know what? What they really mean is their sons and daughters are not giving them the attention, the energy that they need in their old age. Actually, if you see, as we grow older, we should become more and more centered within ourselves, sensitive to the existential energy inside us. But what happens? But what happens is, because we have been dependent on others for attention and energy all our lives, because the love that we know exists only in relationships, because we have lived with no awareness and sensitivity to what is inside us, when we get older, we start missing the love that came from outside or the attention that came from outside. The family becomes busy with other things and they don't interact with us as they used to. So we start complaining with age. If you see, okay, Pallavi also is telling me something here in the message. Okay, ma, got it. So it's okay, even if there need not be any continuity, Pallavi. See, here Pallavi is saying, initial 2 to 3 hours. Here Pallavi is saying, initially, 2-3 hours, she was feeling happy and active when she was doing the exercise. And later, continuity got broke. And when she got disturbed seeing others' behavior, which made her realize that she is not continuing the same level of positivity. It's okay, ma. See, even if continuity breaks, not a problem. Whenever you remember, you can get back to that space. Understand? It's only one day you tried, right? So it doesn't matter. See, if you see, only because we don't understand that our energy source lies within us, instead of living life with more joy and energy, we live life with reduced joy and energy. Understanding? Because we always think we get energy from outside. No. Energy source lies within us. See, understand, When you are dependent on external sources for energy, you become psychologically handicapped. True. When you need physical support, you are physically handicapped. When you need psychological support, you are psychologically handicapped. With a physical handicap, you know that you are handicapped because you can see it clearly. But with psychological handicap, you don't even know that you are handicapped. That's the worst thing. Understand, physical handicap means what? You can clearly see. But psychological handicap, you don't even know that you're handicapped. When you are not aware of it, you will not know the consequences that it can give rise to. When the real consequences or dis-ease happens, you will wonder what the reasons are. If you have seen children play, you might have seen them building castles with cards. They will place the cards at a certain angle to each other and build several layers of such patterns in a pyramid shape. It will be beautiful to look at. But if you remove even one card from the castle, from anywhere, the whole castle will collapse. The higher the castle, the more the chances of collapsing. Just like this, we build our own self-image like a castle. Please understand, what do I mean by self-image? What is a self-image? Whatever you think about yourself. You know what? Once what happened? Swamiji was conducting NDY program. And I was sitting in the program. All I do is stare at him. That's it. No exercise, no program. I don't do anything. All I do is just stare at him. That's all. Enjoy his presence. He gave an exercise about self-inner image. You know, guys, he asked us to write. Swamiji said, hey, you will need number of pages. Write, he said. Arey, guys, I could not even put one line on the paper. I was just looking at it, I was thinking, what do I think about myself? I don't know. I didn't know. Then, normally when you speak with people, whether I'm speaking to my mother or, my maid or my child or anybody, I used to be like this. I am like that. We will tell. Many times we will say, I am like that. Or we will tell, you are like that, but I am not like that. That means what? All those casual sentences which we are uttering, those are images of ourselves, isn't it? Exactly when I uttered, I remembered, oh, I'm telling I'm not that, I'm not this. Oh, that means this is what I think about myself. But again, when that exercise comes where I have to put it on the paper, I forget again. How many times it happened? Understand, guys? We have so many images about ourselves and we don't even know what they are many times. Few times, major things maybe, we think about ourselves. We, whole life, we build our own self-image like a castle of cards, out of people's opinions of us. We collect certificates or signatures from our father, mother, boyfriend, girlfriend, teacher, friends, and what not. Children. and arrange all these certificates and build a castle to form our self-image. Now, I'll give you a small example. When I think about it, I laugh now. See, I always feel my spouse is very busy. So his work and my work, I'm only doing for my child. 24 hours I spend time with her. Maybe I have this image inside. I didn't know about it. So when suddenly my daughter was saying, she was going on calling him. You know, she's in US, she's going on calling him, not calling me. Then I told her, for everything you need mother, but you're calling dad all the time, ignoring mom. Suddenly I realized, why I'm feeling this? Why I'm asking for this attention from her? Means I want certificate that mother is best. Both parents are best, but mother little more best. You understand? Then I realized, oh, somewhere I might be carrying image about me that I only did all dad and mom's work. You understand? Unconsciously we carry the image we carry about ourselves. That is how we speak unconsciously. When she comes also, oh, no, she will hug him. No, she won't bother about me. I'm like, yes, you'll hug once, twice, thrice. No. Why? Whole day you want mother only. See, means somewhere we have self-image. Everything me only for her. But see how she's giving attention to other one. Somewhere we carry that self-image. You understand? I started laughing and laughing. See, whenever I utter such kind of thing, I immediately my awareness comes and I'll start laughing. Oh, this is the reason. Oh, this is the self-image. This is why this is happening. You understand? At least we should be aware of what we are doing, isn't it? We collect and we wait for certificates or signatures from all the people around us. All these certificates we want to arrange and build a castle to form our self-image. The image will look beautiful and we will feel happy. But if even one person withdraws their certificate, what happens? The whole castle collapses. Because it's a card castle, isn't it? Then you will start feeling miserable about yourself. You'll feel depressed. You feel that the whole world has come to an end. At least in the case of the children, they build their castles with their own cards. But we build our castles with others' cards, with other certificates. We don't have control over the castle because it is built with other people's certificates, other people's opinions. So what do? We start working hard in maintaining the castle, in guarding it well. Means our false image which we project to people will work to protect that false image, isn't it? We start behaving in such a way that people don't remove their certificates. We start doing things to get their continuous approval because their approval has become our very survival. Once what happened? We went to shopping. See, why I am telling you these examples? in day-to-day life, all of you are living like me only. All your lives are profession, job, spouse, children, parents, responsibilities, all this only, correct? Huh? Once what happened? Me and my daughter, we went to shopping. After going there, whatever she picked up, I didn't have money. In the purse, I forgot to keep it. She was telling, she was standing in a queue, okay, to go to the changing room and try on the clothes. I was standing outside the queue. She asked me something. I said, hey, be careful. I don't have that much money in my purse, I told her. Ayyo Deva, she became so embarrassed. Small kid. She is like, Mom, keep your voice down. Everybody are listening. What do you mean you don't have money? I am like, what will happen if others listen? I'm like, so what? If somebody thinks I don't have money, then she came out. She said, oh, you embarrassed me so much. I said, why embarrassment? So what if I don't have money? And so what if I say I don't have money? She's like, anybody will come for shopping without money. What will they think? See that? Small kid, please understand, not even an adult. Small kid thinking like that. How unconscious. How sad. Even at that age, for such layers to come on them. Then I told her, I don't care what people think about me. Truth is, I don't have money in the purse today. So understand how our children, please understand, children look at us and learn. We start doing things to get continuous approval from others because their approval has become our very survival. And we don't even know about it. That is the worst part. A small story. Oh my God, this lady is also going for shopping. A lady once went shopping with her husband because she wanted to buy a coat for herself. They visited many shops, but she could not find what she wanted. The husband became tired. He asked, dear, do you know the exact kind of coat you want to buy? The wife replied, of course, I am looking for a drop-dead coat. The husband could not understand what she meant. He asked, what is a drop-dead coat, dear? She replied, when people see it, they will drop dead. Look at that. That means what? It's not about what is comfortable, what do we need, what we like. It's about what others should drop dead when they see what we wear. Means what? All the time we are looking to see how we can collect certificates from people. Every action of ours is unconsciously related to people, to what people will say to it and how people will react to it. For example, a bag may come reasonably within your budget, and it may have a good utility value also. But unconsciously, your mind will say that people may not appreciate the look of the bag very much. So you'll start choosing again. But you will not agree that you are searching for certificates, approvals. But understand, it is an unconscious process in you. We became almost like a centipede. A centipede needs 100 legs to walk. Like that only, we need the synchronous approval of everyone for us to walk in life. What happens if even one leg of the centipede is not all right? It will be stranded. Same way. What happens to us when even one approval fails to be got? We fall into depression. If we are so dependent on others, there is every possibility that we will fall into depression. People who suffer from depression are actually suffering from attention need. Over time, something happens. We don't get enough attention and we find it difficult to handle. Understand, people who suffer from depression are actually suffering from attention need. Over time, something happens. We don't get enough attention and we find it difficult to handle it. Just one word is enough to put us into depression. But we don't know the real reason for our depression. So what do? We start taking medicine to cure it. How will it heal? The cause for the depression is inside you. And you look at medicines for help. When people go to Swamiji with depression, he tells them to do the simple Maha Mantra meditation to start with and tell them that slowly they should stop medicines. You see, these people need to be shown that their energy source lies within them. Meditation can show them that. Depending on the sincerity with which they do the meditation, they can simply harness the energy within them and come out of depression. Medicines will dull them even more. This needs to be understood. All the viewers who are hearing in the social media platforms, whoever are not disciples of Swamiji, please understand, any of you, any of your friends, family, if they're going through depression, come to the screen. I'll show you. I'll give you the technique for depression. If you're feeling lonely, if you're feeling depressed, sad, come here into this session. I'll give you the technique. I tell you, when you derive your energy from outside, it can simply play havoc on you. You just become a puppet. Let me tell you a story. It is actually an experiment that was conducted in the University of Chicago in USA. A young, healthy, and intelligent man wakes up and gets ready to go to work. His wife looks at him and tells him, "You are looking tired. Are you all right?" He feels irritated by her comment and tells her to stop imagining things, and he leaves. As he takes his car out of the garage, his neighbor is watching him and shouts out, Are you feeling well? You look somewhat. The man is surprised this time, but tells him that he's all right and drives out. He reaches his office, and as he walks in, the receptionist looks at him with concern and says, "Sir, you look ill. Why did you come to work?" The man replies, "Well, I think I am fine. Let's see." Already he fell into doubt. Did you see? In his answer itself. "I'm fine, and let's see." And he goes to his office. He starts to work, and a colleague enters and says, "Hey, you look awful. What's the matter? You have fever or something?" Now, this is too much for the man. He begins to feel uneasy and sick. Just then, his boss calls him and he goes in. The boss takes one look at him and says, "You look really unwell. Are you sure you can carry on today? Why don't you go and see the doctor?" That's it. The young man has had enough. He feels positively ill now. He says, "I would like to go home." He really feels sick and he leaves. As he drives home in the car, he feels his temperature rising. When he reaches home, his wife is surprised to see him back. She reaches out and touches his forehead and finds that he has high temperature. Please understand. A man who was healthy and happy in the morning became actually sick by afternoon. And how did he become sick? Just by people telling him that he was sick. The people were set up to tell him the same thing again and again. This was the experiment. Actually, doctor wanted to experiment. So he set up few people to tell that guy like that. This experiment was conducted on several people, and all the people fell sick at the end of it. This is what happens when you are not centered in your own energy that is inside you. You will simply move from a high to a low just because of the influences from outside. When you become centered in yourself, nothing outside can shake you. People tell Swamiji, "Swamiji, we don't do things for praise or approval. We do them because it is our duty." Be very clear. The moment you claim that you are doing your duty, you are doing it because if you don't do it, your people will stop approving of you. Your people will approve of you as long as you fulfill every small thing that is expected of you. Even if there is a small slip in what you are doing, you'll be able to see the change in their relationship with you. You know this. And so you do your duty. That is why you're doing your duty. Anyhow, I think we should stop the session now. Further, we will discuss what is really happening to us. Many times, we make ourselves sick for different reasons. Somebody is asking, Anyhow, okay. So anyhow, guys, tomorrow we will meet again. Tomorrow, hopefully, yeah, tomorrow is first, right? Yeah, tomorrow we'll meet again.